Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the value that is in police shotguns, more specifically police SBS trade-ins. And before we get this video started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, which is, of course, I've said their name enough here on the channel, Seal One. Seal One makes a wide variety of firearms cleaning and maintenance supplies. They got everything from paste, liquid, to aerosol, and even sub-zero Seal One to make sure your gun doesn't freeze in these horrendously cold temperatures this time of year. They also offer bow care products. The stuff is non-toxic, bio-based, and it smells incredibly good on your gun. Check them out. They're giving you guys a 25% off discount code just for watching this video. All you have to do is head to their website in the discount code section, type in FF-25 at checkout, FF-25. That's going to save you 25% off of your order. This is a video I have had rolling around in my mind now for many months. And you guys know, if you don't have any clue who I am or who my channel is, I'll enlighten you. I'm somewhat of a fan of shotguns, as you can see here, and also 1911s. I had a child, and all of a sudden I just started growing these powers, these FUD-like abilities, and now all I own are 1911s and shotguns. But you know, sometimes that is just how it happens. All joking aside, I see a ton of value in the shotgun. And more specifically, what I started to dive into the most are used security guns like what you see here. I love a good old shotgun that was either a police trade-in or just a regular like home defense model of a Winchester, or even the old Savages or Smith & Wessons. Although the quality could not be too great in those two, the value is still there. We're in an age right now where shotguns are still kind of viewed, not by the folks that love them, but by a lot of the hardcore, high-speed instructor community as worthless. They are useless other than breaching a door. There's really no other use for them whatsoever, and you should just immediately jump to a rifle. Now, obviously, I see a massive amount of benefits of using a rifle in many situations over a shotgun, but the shotgun still reigns supreme in a few departments. Most importantly, in my opinion, absolute devastation downrange in a close quarters environment. And that's just my opinion from a guy that has never been there or done that. And because of that typical rhetoric that's out there, I believe that's why shotguns are still dirt cheap. Unless you're looking for an 1897 trench gun or any other hardcore collectible Ithaca Model 37, most standard Mossbergs and Remingtons can be found used a dime a dozen. People are still throwing these guns away. And in a world of cheap, crappy, Turkish knockoff shotguns, you can still get a good American shotgun for cheap. And the older shotguns still run incredibly well. And I believe that this is a market that is completely untapped as of right now. Will it ever be tapped out? I don't know. Time will tell. If people start falling in love with shotguns again, we might be having a different conversation. But the major point of this video of value is a short-barreled shotgun. All three of the examples that I have on the table in front of you are registered NFA items. They are all factory short-barrel shotguns. And I got these from a shop that was at the moment kind of switching ownership and going out of business, and they were essentially throwing them away. This was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. So prices are not going to be quite as good, but believe it or not, I got all three of these, each a piece, $250 a piece. That is what I got all three of these for. And you can still find wild deals like that on short-barreled shotguns. Not quite to that extreme. That was a little bit of a special scenario where they had like to no exaggeration, 20 or 30 of these things laying around that they could not even give away. I've still seen SBSs, police trade-ins, going for sub 600 bucks. And yes, there's a $200 tax stamp, but most of the time these are all coming from an FFL, so you're not having to deal with a private party transfer. And we're not even talking about should you go NFA, should you not. This video is pretty obviously assuming that you've already made that decision, but you're getting a factory short-barreled shotgun. These 590s are a great example of an awesome shotgun because they had some changes with the factory SBSs. They have these really cool ghost ring sights, and it's designed from the factory to be a 14-inch shorty. When you are looking at police trade-ins, a lot of these are going to be a little bit more beat. They are still totally serviceable. They have so many parts available, and a prime example, so this 590 was Cerakoted. That's why it looks absolutely stellar right now, but this is an example of a 590 that was not Cerakoted. And as you can see, there's wear, there's scratches, there's marks, but this has a Parkerized barrel. It is a 590A1, but it does not have the good old metal trigger guard. So it's kind of like a mix between a 590 and a 500. As you can see there, that is totally a serviceable shotgun. Now, I would absolutely, without hesitation, pay, let's say, 600 bucks for something like that. You can easily find those out there on online sources for those numbers, roughly. When it comes to finding one that is as cool as, say, an 1187, those can be a little bit harder to find in this 14-inch configuration. But again, they're still out there. And what I love about these SBSs is if you want to configure one with more modern furniture like a Magpul SGA stock, nothing wrong with that, and a Streamlight TL Racker, which I have here, which is not a bad flashlight option. You can do that, and then also I was able to pick up on eBay a wood stock for like 40 bucks for this Mossberg 590 and a wood handguard up here for about 40 bucks as well. So for $80 and probably about 25-ish bucks for this really cool canvas sling, I have an awesome looking retro shotgun. So it just kind of goes to show you that no matter what you're looking for, you are getting a duty ready firearm for sub 800 bucks most of the time. And that is why I believe these are incredible values. Now, out of all three of these, none of them have needed any internal parts. These have all worked right from the get. After God knows how many rounds have been through them, they just work reliably. When it comes to the pump actions, I really like those for police trade-ins because, again, it's going to cycle, for the most part, whatever you put through them. And if something is worn, it's going to be like a $10 magazine spring or something else super, super cheap. I say SBSs specifically in this video because a lot of the time you can actually find those cheaper than you can find a standard 18-inch shotgun. Those are usually more desirable because a lot of folks understand that, hey, I don't want to deal with all the paperwork, so I'm going to go ahead and just buy an 18-inch shotgun. If you're willing to deal with the NFA process, you can probably find these cool 14-inchers for less of a price than you can the 18 inches. Now, I'm sure, as Murphy's Law would have it, as soon as this video drops, you guys are going to go scour the internet and you're not going to be able to find these anywhere. I'm just telling you that over the past few months, I have been finding pretty solid deals aside of these when it comes to just police trade-in shotguns in general. Even without the SBS price tag, when it comes to the value of a police trade-in shotgun, you are seeing all over the place Remington 870s pop up left and right, like the one I just did a video on with a Surefire light forend, and that was like sub 600 bucks. So you can find these things all over the place, and still a lot of them from the major distributors online, they go real quick. Everyone's got eyes on those, but there's still deals to be had. And I personally believe that this is the last little kind of like gold mine that we got out there that has yet to be tapped and is still very, very affordable. So I'm not telling you guys to like go up and panic buy shotguns. I'm just saying, if you're looking still for a good deal of our generation, I believe personally it's going to be all the police trade-in shotguns that are out there. You can absolutely dress them up, make them looking good, and the irony of the whole thing is a lot of these older shotguns are light years above the quality control and just overall fit and finish compared to modern shotguns of today. So that is why I love police trade-in shotguns and why I think they are such a value to be had. That is going to wrap up this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions about these 3 shotguns or anything else on the channel. I will try my very hardest to get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description for the ways to support the channel. And as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.